Hello, how you guys doing? James here. I decided I'm going to do a video on. I usually get on to talk about the women a lot, but now I'm going to talk about the men. And I'm going to say that from what I've seen in this video, this latest man has been making rounds. This man has 7 kids, and he tells the women he's not going to take care of them. I got this off of one of the channels. Let me start saying this. I never seen the most self-centered man in my life. And it's sad that these children, my heart goes out to the children because they will never have the love and acceptance of their father because of what he said about their mother. This man is a sorry excuse for a man that I've ever seen. And he embarrassed not just black men, but men in general. It's embarrassing. And, you know, if you ain't going to be a man, then at least be man enough to wear a condom. You know, and take responsibility. It's not just a woman, but it takes 2 people to have sex. But I'm going to show you this video, and this sorry excuse for a man. I don't respect men like this.
When I was growing up, I used to hear many negative things about black men. You probably heard some of these also. Black men are not good fathers. Black men are not good protectors. They don't provide for women. And, you know, black men are just associated with constitutive incompetence. And, of course, I found that not to be very true. We have a lot of black men who are competent. They may not have the most money, but definitely we have black men who are achieving more than what people give them credit for. Black men are some of the most active fathers in their kids' life. But now I want to talk about these so-called deadbeat dads. And we do have them in our community, just like they're in anybody's community. Now, what is a deadbeat dad? A deadbeat dad is a man who has kids by a woman that doesn't want to take care of them for whatever reason. And there are a few reasons why that may happen. One, the man may not want to take care of the kid simply because he doesn't have any relationship with that woman. Number 2, he's denying the kid because he doesn't want to, you know, his wife to find out or something like that. 3, there are reasons where black men, you know, have kids with a woman, and for whatever reason she don't want to take him back, so then as a punishment to her, he doesn't want to be in the kid's life or her life. But 4, some black men just don't want to have kids. And I feel like these kind of guys who don't want to have kids, many times they state that I don't want to be a father. Now, here's the problem. We have a syndrome that a lot of sisters use in black America. The girl I can change him syndrome. The man has already told you he's not interested in doing X, Y, and Z. It's one thing if a man says he wants to be a father and then he lies, right? That's something I can understand. But if a man tells you he doesn't want to be a father and you choose to deal with that man and you get pregnant by that man and then he doesn't want to take care of the kid, is he a deadbeat father? Well, guys, here's the conversation that's going on social media right now. A few days ago, this father, who has 7 kids by 7 different women, is tired of being called a deadbeat father, even though he refuses to take care of any of the kids he has sired. I want to play this clip, and then we'll review it, and I want your opinion on what you think.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied, because I already know why you're trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he's irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this, be like black man this, black man that, I don't give a I really don't.
Just now, here's what I want to say. There's so many men out there in the world that have kids. Let's say in the black community. It's not really most of us, but those who have kids tend to do it a lot. And what happens is these men are not father material. They are not working to take care of a woman. They don't have any attributes of taking care of a woman. They're not interested in marrying these women. They're not interested in building for these women. And many times, these women know up front, that guy is not serious about being a dad. But do you know how many times you're with certain women, they don't want to use protection? Is it just me? Most black men know, in most major black cities in the world, women, as much as they say they don't like using protection. So much so, when you're having whatever you're doing with them, they don't mind if you release in them. They don't mind. They say they're allergic to condoms. And then when they get pregnant on accident, they want to come back and tell the guy that, hey, you're my child's father. You need to support me. Now they have no relationship with that man. That man is not committed to you. And then that man doesn't want to support you or the child. All of a sudden, he's a deadbeat father. He's a deadbeat dad. But what does it make the other individual involved in it? I'll tell you what it makes. It makes that person a deadbeat mom. Because you chose a guy who isn't interested. You just wanted to be a mom, or it just somehow happened. Right. Then you go to the next guy looking for him to take the place. But now, on the other hand, this guy is a complete jerk. He's unaccountable. Everything he's saying, not all everything he's saying is bogus in my opinion, but the reality.
Looking for something new to do? Deliver.
You know, I'm going to stop it right here. This man is a complete waste of a man. And this is so cold because, you know, not too many people get a chance to, when they get to a certain age, they would love to leave something that look like them when they leave this world. It's sad because there's fathers that look forward to bragging on their sons and daughters when they cheat because they feel like they're a reflection of you. And I don't think this man understands that. And it's too bad he's not mature enough as a man to look at the possibility. And that's why, you know, I agree with O'Shea when he said that you shouldn't get with a man that's not seriously just trying to get a baby out of him. When there's all type of men that have good personality, you should go for his character. This is what your mama tried to tell you, your daddy tried to tell you, minister, pastor tried to tell you. Someone come into some of these women's life and told them and to avoid men like this. He's it's just a sad excuse of a man. And he don't deserve no respect. Men like this should be shamed. And I understand why some women are angry on when they hear stuff like this. Yes, it was a woman's responsibility, but it was his responsibility too. One day he gonna have to stand before God for his actions. And he ain't gonna be able to stand before the King and Lord, saying it's not my responsibility. I didn't care anything about, and I don't give a darn. Cause you know what's gonna happen to this guy? He's gonna be in hell. He's gonna be in hell, and he's gonna regret and when the time comes up, however old the Lord allow him to live, he's going straight to hell. And he's going to be down in hell thinking about every word he said, with every word he put on this video. He may talk all this tough stuff now, but it's your responsibility. God, if you were man enough to lay down, You should own up, to be man up, to take, even if things don't work out with the kid's mother. You should be a man enough. And any man that sees, and I'm not even a father, I don't have children, but I see the results of children that don't have fathers. The emotional abuse, the psychological of not having a father, not having a male, someone to guide them. Obviously, I don't know what where his dad was in his life, but it's too bad that if it was his dad or stepdad or brother, whoever was grandfather in his life, should have told him how to be a man, how important it is to be a man. It's more than that. This is ridiculous, man. And especially we know all black men ain't like that, but you know that the media, the social media, mainstream media, put black men as the most irresponsible man on the planet. And when it comes for someone else to go find a woman, you got society saying stay clear of these type of men, because they do see race. Not, even though there's other men that do the same thing, but the black men comes to dysfunction, and the black woman, they always try to make a dysfunctional relationship. This is really, really sad. And this is really disgusting. And like I said, my mother was married to a man like that. I mean, he bragged about he had kids all over, but he wasn't. But he never took care of none of them, because he was too busy running the streets and running into prison. And luckily, as they got older, they still have a love for him. Some of them do, but what about the ones that he didn't? How effective they did as a father when you don't have no relationship with your father? Could you imagine not knowing who your father? Because everybody want to know who their mother or father is, because they have a self-identity. And it starts when you're a child. It informs you when you're a teenager to an adult on what you're about to become. Too bad this idiot doesn't understand that. There's sons and daughters that look like him. And I pray that God would give the mothers some sense to meet a man that would be a better man, a better father figure, and maybe some would come up right. That's my prayer for his children. Because often this guy is a jerk. He is a jerk. He's an embarrassment of a waste of a sperm. He is. It pisses me. It makes me mad, because it's like, as black men, we already taking L's that it already is. And what does that say? If anything, you should care about your seed. If you don't get along with the mothers, that's one thing. But you at least have to be a decent human being and love the child. You can at least love the child that asked to be in this world. The child didn't ask, and then abort something, and thank God they didn't abort it. And I hope they hit his behind for child support. He deserved it. He deserved to get some child support. Whatever income he get in the future, they need to get a child. And in his case, by being a jerk, he need to get hit up for child support, because he was man enough to lay down and irresponsible. And this is what happened. And you have all these kids running around, and then you have to go to counseling, because when they get to a certain age, they bringing guns to school. They're doing all kind of crazy things because some irresponsible son of a gun like this. It makes me mad, and it's a disgrace. He's a disgrace as a man, as a black man, and as a man in general. He said, I don't give a damn. That's right. And I pray that any woman that sees this, and when he makes a move up, will stay clear of a man. Stay clear of this knucklehead. Because he don't love you. He just wants you for your body. He don't have no common good sense enough. If he don't care about you, he won't care about what's inside of you when he impregnates you. That tells a whole lot. I've seen men throughout my life. That's why I can testify to this. And that's why I say even, and I'm not justifying for what I did, but at least if I was out there sleeping around with other women before I got deliverance of the women I slept with, thank God I got a good deliverance. God delivered me from that wrong versus main versus mentality. But at least if you're going to do, like they say you're going to sin, do it right. At least wear a damn condom. Or don't have sex at all. Don't go up in these ones. And I don't care. Is it saying if it don't feel good? It's either that or bring an innocent life that has nothing to do with it. And I knew being responsible doing irresponsible things leads to be responsible for my health, for one thing. For my health. Because you know all these different viruses out there. Number two thing, I didn't want that on my conscience, because a God-given conscience that I have a little one out there somewhere, and some child is wondering where his daddy's at. Who am I? I couldn't leave the planet not knowing that, dang, and the Lord come to me and said, you had a son and daughter. Why didn't you be responsible? He's going to hold a men accountable. Men supposed to lead in their children's lives. You don't get away with something. You just can't dump it on the woman. It's your part too as the man. It's your part as the father figure. And it's too bad these idiots like this don't understand. They don't have the comp and so self-centered enough to think about only their self. I'm mad for these children, because they got suffered this stuff. That's why they have so many emotional problems. That's why they have, and this is a sorry excuse for a man. And I hope this video get a lot of likes. I mean, and making black men look bad who do the right thing. There's black men that probably can't even have children, but love children, that know how to be a father figure. And I pray that his children find that black man is a model, that it's a coach or somebody that'll be a father figure, because it plays a difference if he has a daughter that she sees the father figure. Since this idiots like this don't want to step up. And this is the one I hope child support get his behind. I hope this is one case I hope child support get him. Wherever he's at, whatever city, state, he needs to be hit up. Whatever job he get, whatever income he get, that's in this case when someone be that much of a jerk, he deserve it. And they should get child support, not for the mom, but for them babies. The babies need to. But I just wanted to make a video. But and it's really sad that these women are so irresponsible with their bodies, so much in lust with their bodies, to sit down here and lay up with the man, all because of looks and what? Because a smooth tongue, a satire tongue, and see what he got. And it's sad that women who lay with him didn't take time to get to know his character. This is the reason why some women, I can understand, are angry, are mad at some men. And he make us men look bad all over. I'm serious. Particularly black men. We're taking it too much on the chin out here. And when they see that dysfunction, especially on TikTok or something like that, that goes all over the freaking world. I don't care. Well, I can guess you don't care, but we always care about our image. That's the truth. This is disgusting. I mean, like I said, we all had that roam the main. We got to have everyone. But damn it, if you're going to do something like that, at least put a condom on. Like your daddy told you, your mama, your granddaddy told you, put a condom on. Don't make that girl go through something like that. And why should she abort it? You should both of you responsible. And if you're not going to at least have a committed relationship and get married, then wear a condom. But you should be committed, because it's a special quality with that. But it's too bad that we live in a society that you got children running around, and then you have to have counselors and teachers to try to figure out what the heck's going on. Why is this child is acting the way they do? And they come to find out they don't have no structure as a father, no male model as a father. It's sad. It's really sad. I feel for some boys and girls who have a deadbeat, shitty ass dad like this, because they gotta pay the price as they get older. And one day it's like, well, whose son is this? And they're gonna look back at him and say, you couldn't be a father enough for your, and God forbid, and I hope this don't happen to his kids, that his kids don't turn out like him, his boys don't. I pray that if you got girls, they don't turn out anything bad happen. But something happened, it comes back to him. He don't understand that. They're your kids. They're a reflection of you. And the Most High God is going to hold you responsible for those kids. He's going to make you be a man up, and when if you're man enough to lay down with the woman. Because in any culture you do this to, men don't respect men who don't man up and take care of their kids. I bet you in other culture you'll be a disgrace. Not take care of your kids. And then tell your wife to go and abort the child. Tell your girlfriend to go abort the child. It ain't the child's fault. It's the adult's fault. And it's too bad his mama should have thought about that, trying to fall for his own tongue, or for whatever reason she allowed herself to get pregnant. She should have used some birth control too. But now it's too late. But at least some of these people need to man up and be responsible and take care of it. And watch, and next thing you know, the state takes them. They get put in some foster home, get abused. They don't think about that. If the mother can't take care of them, if a relative can't take care of them, that's not right not right. And as men and women, God's gonna hold men and women responsible, whether you like it or not. Well, however, it's your fault. You're gonna have to stand before God, because God gave you the responsibility for that child. He meant for that child to be in the earth for a reason. He meant this goes out to any. Hope that any young don't do like this jerk did. Don't be a man. Don't be like him. He's a jerk. He's an idiot. He's a cesspool of a waste of a man. That sit there and brag about this on social media. Over this, and don't think nothing about. It's one thing. Okay, you have your feeling about the girl, which is wrong, but you really pissed some people off. It probably made some people mad when you say, I don't give a damn about the kids. What did the kids have to do with it? What did those babies have to do with it? And anybody should be proud to be a father. Even some passport bros are proud to be fathers. They're proud to be a father. They man up, took care of their kids. Why can't you? They had it tough and rough, but they sacrificed. And it's too bad that you got some self-centered men that don't have a love in their heart, like this idiot that do this for his child, do this for his babies. Because they're too young to understand that. They're too small to understand, and they need their dad. It's like they need their mom. It makes a big darn difference. I've seen it throughout my life. And thank God my father, even though my mother and my father were not together, they got together when they were young, but my father, my real father, who I carried his name, was a better man than my stepfather was, any stepfather I've ever had. You know why he was a better father? Because he was a dad that come down and see about his son and spend time with him. And my mother was a woman enough to let him be. And even though he couldn't really give me the things that he could give me, but that didn't matter because all I wanted was my dad. And up until the day he died in his 40s, I was 20-some years old. But my sister was in high school when my father passed away. And then after that, when my mother met men, she met these hood Negroes, ain't worth a darn. Got kids that don't even give a darn. That's why I know this from personal experience. They went, how can they be a father? I'm thinking, how can this man be a father to me? He's not even really a father to his own kids. What advice can he give them? These kind of dudes run the street, talk about how to live the street, how to hustle, get women. My dad wasn't like that. My dad didn't tell me how to hustle and get women. My dad was a man. He took care of his responsibility. Yeah, he smoked his cigarettes and drank a little, but he get up and work. My father got up and worked. And that's what we need. I'm proud of, and I thank God every day I carry his name because of his character, and he was all about family. And thank God for the black men out there who are good fathers. But this waste pool of a man, cesspool, a sperm germ ain't worth the crap. That's why they give ammunition like the G and all these other knuckleheaded women on here talking because of men like this. It just makes me mad, man. And it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace because there's children out there. It's one thing if you don't get along with the woman, that's one thing. But it's another thing you say F the children, F your babies. Even if I would, even I wouldn't like it, but at least I would at least own up and be a man. If I would have had a son and daughter, I would own up and be a man. No matter how much it would have cost me, no matter whatever point in life, I would have done it. You say, hey, I own up to it, but even though me and his mother or her mother didn't see eye to eye, but I'm at least gonna be man enough to be a father figure, because I see how important that was. And this is what some adults don't see, that you make a big difference in your child's life. You do. Who you bring in your life. Because that's who they got to look at as a father figure. If you're a single mother or you're a single dad, you got to look what kind of woman you bring into your being a stepmother. It does make a difference in their growth and everything. Stepfather. My mother, she was a good, hard-working woman, but she wanted to meet the dude that's is the hood dude. Then they'll get their way. A couple of times she got jumped on, chased around some hood dudes. And I don't know why we give men like that any accusation in the hood. Just like we embarrass and shame women, there's men like that should be shamed. They should even cut them off association. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. Yeah, I don't respect men like this. I do not respect a man like that whatsoever. Like I said, I don't have children, but if I did, I would man up. Because I don't want one day stand before the Lord. If I had a son or daughter out there saying, I gave you life on earth, why did you go back and see where your son and your daughter was crying out for you? And what I'm going to stand before God, what I'm going to say to him? Blame the mother? But against the innocent child? Abort what? Why abort something that was meant to be here? But since it's already here now. But like I said, I do pray that those kids find a father figure for his kids, the ones he don't give a crap about. I pray that their mothers that's my prayer. This is not those babies' fault. His children's fault. Like a lot of children out there. That they didn't ask to come into this freaking world. They're not a burden, they're a blessing. And it's too bad he can't see that. And I hope that his children turn out to be something better than what this piece of waste ever is. I hope his children turn out to succeed. I hope their mothers do a pretty good job. And that some male will come along and guide them to life. You need to pray for children of idiots like this. That make men look bad. And to the men, like you got, and that's one thing. Other men won't even respect you. Probably even in prison they won't even respect you. You go to jail or prison because you ain't a father. It's important to be a father. It's important to be a parent when you own up to responsibility. Like I said, like any other man, I've done my share with laying down, but at least I was responsible. If anything, and knowing that I wasn't going to see that woman again or come across that woman again, thank God I got deliverance from that, because later on I figured out, God showed me my ways and said this is not what I instruct men to do, to go from Rome to Maine and sleep as many women that you want. Same way he would tell a woman, I instruct you to go out there and use and abuse your body, because there's consequences coming behind that. That's why he designed a marriage. Not to try out every woman on the planet, or in the cities, or in the state. That's the truth. But some people don't understand that. That's not manhood. Manhood is being responsible. Not how many women you lay down with. That's being a boy. That's true. Man is taking your responsibility. Make a committed relationship. That's what people respect. People don't respect a deadbeat dad. They don't respect a man that's irresponsible. When they know in this society that God designed a man to be the head. Throughout every culture in the world and every continent, men are designed to be the head. Take care of their wives, girlfriends, and children when they have children. And some men don't even respect you. Tell them, no, I don't give a darn about that. And that's sad. And then your kids are grown up, they'll resent you. Like, what did I do? They might take it personal. Some have self-esteem issues. Why was my daddy there? That's what they do. And I wouldn't doubt that their kids, he don't think about that. What about his sons when they go to school? When they have daddy? Where they daddy at? Where's your daddy? I don't know. You know how embarrassing that is? Look at it from the kid's point of view. Look at it from the child's point of view. All the kids got their mother and father. Where's your mother and father? Just and kids that can and they act out. They go and act out because they don't have a father. So the teacher or coach have to be a father figure to them. This is what we got going on for centuries and decades. And it's too bad. We keep bringing people, and it's just sad that you have people like that. But I just want to make a video. I don't want to be too long on this video, but yeah, it's sorry waste of a man to do something like that. And like I said, if you leash you're gonna sleep around, which I would recommend. So men gonna do what men gonna do. But if you're gonna at least do it, at least has the decency to wear a condom. You wouldn't have the problem if you wore protection. You wouldn't be worried about this stuff. And the women need to exercise some sense too. Listen what the man telling you. If the man said he don't get pregnant with somebody, bring forth life to somebody that can't offer you love and nurture and support. Why do that? I mean, for the women that bring a child, they risk their life bringing life into the world. For an idiot like this, and anything can happen when the woman gets pregnant. And the time she gets pregnant to the time she delivered a baby, because some babies die in the womb, some women die in birth. See, some people don't think about this. But people just want to be self-centered. But yeah, as a man, he's a disgrace. And he's a jerk. He's a disgrace. Any man that do that is a jerk, is a disgrace. And he won't be looked, or he won't be respected. Real men don't respect that. That's not manhood. Men step up. Godly men step up. Men of God step up. They don't just put it on a woman. And that's what some women need to learn how to meet. A man with good character. Who able to, even if that he won't tell you to abort the responsibility. When the Most High have designed that baby to be here. By any means. Just don't be having kids left and right, you know. But those kids are a blessing. And one day I hope he sit back when he gets older, he reflect what he said. And if he don't, shame on him, because he'll be an old fool. He'll be an old fool. And no one respects an old fool. And like I said, you know, do what you want, but don't do. You know, you got the right as a single man to do that. But at least if you're going to do something like that, have the sense enough to wear a condom. Have the sense enough to wear a condom. I mean, so, and hopefully, and the woman's right. The women need to think more about that too. If he's telling you something like that, he ain't trying to change. That should be your gesture, not even give this man any pleasure. If he's telling you he don't care, he don't have no love, and hey, I ain't gonna take care of your kid if I knock you up. If that's the kind of man, you should be with the man like that in the first place. And trying to get impregnated by a man. Why do that to that baby? Why do that child? That baby's gonna be a child coming through the womb. That baby's about to come out the mother and be a child. I just wanted to make a video, but yeah, people don't think about that when they're having children. And like I said, men and women are gonna be held responsible for that, for what your child do. People do that now. They, they don't just look at the child; they look at you. Boy, that kid's bad. Who's the mother and the father? Where it come from? Somebody didn't raise them up right, or show them what respect and responsibility is. But yeah, it's crazy, man. But I'm about to go ahead and cut this video short. But yeah, this guy, and O'Shea's right. Don't get with some man and ain't gonna provide you something. Don't get with the man, especially if you're a young woman or woman finds a man, especially with 5, 6, 7, 8 kids. And if you're a man, don't find no woman with 9, 10 kids and you don't have kids on your own. Because it's a lot of headache and trauma, headache and headache with that. And you gotta grow up being a stepdad who they partially don't even respect. Some might have you having some emotional problems. Unless you have kids that are young, that's true. Don't get with somebody that you know what I'm saying? Unless they're really small, or if they're a widow or something like that, I can understand. But man, as it's just ridiculous. But that's my opinion on it. And like I said, we ain't perfect, but dog it, even if you go overseas, whatever, wear a condom with a woman. Even if you want a man to go overseas, wear a condom so you won't have that issue. And it really for your health. I mean, people keep forgetting that AIDS, HIV, herpes, gonorrhea, and that's just the 7, 8, 9 sexual diseases out there. That ain't including, the other viruses going on out there, like COVID and everything. I don't know why people think that they can just keep doing. We ain't living in those times no more. I mean, anything you go to the doctor, you don't know what you're going to come out with. Gotta get a shot or get a vaccine. That's the truth. But I hope people like this video. Share it. Yeah, get back to that. Young men, don't be like this jerk. Find you a good woman. And if you do get with the woman that you have a child with, be a man up and go back and take care of that child. Be man up. Work it out with the baby's mama. And go back and be in that child's life, because they need you. And it's not fair to them. They need to know that you love them. That's your seed. God allowed them to be here for a reason. And now that maybe you didn't plan on it, but if it does happen, that at least own up to it. Don't be a jerk like this man. If there's a young man watching this video, own up to your responsibility. People respect you for that. But like I said, I witness it myself, and I see the results of it. Throughout my life, and I've seen people around me, their kids that turn out to be so good. Right, that's what I know from personal experience. What you do to children, it shows later down in life. And then someone they get in with the wrong crowd or wrong influence, and they turn out opposite way. Because they don't have no structure. Children want structure, from what I understood from people who have children. That they want structure, they want attention, they want love. So because they identity of who they are. That's why God gave you the children. That's the truth. So please take this please share this message with somebody. And I hope men to stop doing what he do, and women stop letting the men do that to them. If he don't love you, don't lay down with him. Don't lay down with somebody don't love you. Don't get two squats about you. That's why it's going to take the time to get to know a person. And they show you within a day or within an 8 hour day, if they ain't worth the squat, they ain't worth your time. If any man, if a woman listens to this, if he does something like that, he ain't worth your time. And think about, as a woman listen to this video, you get pregnant, you bringing a life into the world, so you have greater risk. And for the man, but both of you are responsible. And you can't tell that you get bad at the courts and everything, child support and everything, but hey, you should learn from other men what they went through. And that's how I learned. That's why I'm not on child support with somebody. Because I see other men making that same mistake. Get with somebody, at least you got with somebody, and you accidentally not got them pregnant. And you really wasn't really in love with them. But now that some innocent life got to pay the price. That's not right. It's not right at all. So hopefully this guy can get a whole lot of backlash. Alright then, guys, you have a good one. And yeah, and I hope young men see this video. Don't be a jerk like him. Don't do what he did, because there's no honor being a jerk among men. That's a fact. That's true. In heaven and earth. Have a good day.